This video is going to be about mirrors. I haven't done a video on mirrors for a couple of years. This is because the one I had worked for me so well for 2 years. If you click below and go down to my shopping page, you'll see that in accessories, I recommend only one mirror, and that's the mirror I had. This is a really tiny, very flexible, toolless mirror that you can put on anything. It's only 15 bucks, and as you can see, it's very flexible. It really attaches to any part of the bicycle. You can attach it to the bar, to the tubes of the bicycle itself. You can attach it to a difficult bar end if you have a high bar like the 5G, for example, which is the one I have. It's very easy to remove it. For example, if you need to lean the bike against a wall, you can just snap it off in 2 seconds, put it in your pocket, and then put it back on when you're done and ready to ride again. After 2 years of use, however, this mirror came off, and it basically, the plastic began to deteriorate. And of course, I could have just bought another one, but instead I decided to experiment with a wrist mirror, something that attaches to your wrist very much like a watch. Here you can see me wearing it. It is just like as if you had a watch, but you can see that it doesn't really lock if you have small wrists, which I do have, and that would be true of many women and teenagers as well, kids. So I can't really recommend it, partly because of that, and partly because it's a very small mirror. The other one was also small, but this one allows you basically to look at your forearm. You have to move your forearm left and right to see the traffic behind you, which is partly annoying, and it's also dangerous. You cannot look at it like you would look into a steady mirror. You don't know where it is. You often forget about it. For this kind of a wrist application, I really would prefer something much larger, and it doesn't even need to fold. They could just attach a big mirror 3 times this size to a belt and let me just snap it on and off and attach a string to it that actually works for everyone. I'm going to add a link below and next to the shopping link to this particular Amazon item if you want to check it out. It's really very cheap. It's only 10 bucks if you want to play around with it. But I cannot add it to the shopping page because it's not 100%. I would say this is a sort of a good idea. You can see them wearing it, like try to wear it uncomfortably on the side of your forearm. It's really not a position that's going to last because it's going to try to rotate via gravity all the way down, unless you make it really, really tight, which is not even possible on everybody's forearm. And so this is kind of a cumbersome item. It's an interesting idea. I think it's worth improving upon and working on it. It could be something really good if they refined it, but the way it's done, the way it is today, it's just not cool. And the reason for not using a bar end, the reason I don't recommend those is because they tend to interfere with the fold, whether you have a folding bike or a separable bike, and they are just not convenient to use because if you want to lean the bicycle against the wall, you can't remove the mirror. It can scratch it up, it can bend it. That's just not a good mirror to have. There are also big dorky mid-bar mirrors that you could buy. I guess they would work with some of the frames, although they might interfere with the fold. And there are helmet mirrors as well. To me, those are just so dorky. They look like the 40-year-old version from the movie. If you haven't seen the comedy, I recommend that you do. But ever since I saw that movie, I'm really keeping away from any kind of dorky mirror installation because I just don't want to look like this character in the movie. So my opinion is that the best bet you have if you have a folding or separable frame bike is still the little spy mirror. It's just very easy to attach, to put it on, take it off. It fits anywhere. It's never going to be in the way. That's it for the current video. If you're interested in micro transportation, you may want to follow this channel, and I'll be back with the next video in a few days.